The race is off to a roaring start with Hugger 3 and Bloodbladion 37 taking the lead. Bobado is hot on their heels, trying to close that gap. Thingit 27 and Deplorably Pull are trailing closely behind, looking for an opportunity to slip into the top 3. It's a tight pack, folks. Every turn counts. As the race continues, Hogrid 3 and Bloodbladion 1337 have taken the lead, moving into pole after successfully overtaking Sabina 27 and Deplorable Apple. Meanwhile, Sabina 27 and Deplorable Apple have managed to reclaim P2 by passing Bobardo. In 4, Rizaldiada from Team Quark Express has gained position by overtaking Waintra 94. The dynamics are shifting rapidly as cars jockey for position. Kamikaze 38, in the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, is locked in a tight battle with Feds and Amy, who is driving the Maserati 450s for Palaven. Both drivers are exchanging positions as they fight for that critical spot. Meanwhile, Cedric has moved up to 13 by overtaking N29 Kia, who is currently in 15. Now, Cedric and N29 Kia are engaged in a duel, with Cedric in a Maserati 450s, and N29 Kia in a Ferrari 250 Testarossa that time. The race dynamics are heating up as these competitors push their limits on the track. Feds and Amy has surged into pen, executing a clean overtake on both Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Feed 94, who were battling closely for that position. The Maserati 450s is performing well against the Mercedes-Benz 300s SLR in this intense fight. Meanwhile, Naga 77 has climbed up to 17, after successfully passing Tenkamin in 744. The race dynamics are tightening as these drivers continue to push for better positions. Matt and Bloodbladion 1337 are off to a strong start, battling it out for the lead. Sabina 27 and Deplorably Pull are hot on their tails, not letting them get away easily. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha is in the mix, but they'll need to find some extra speed to catch up. This is shaping up to be an exciting first lap. Kokubinati and Dusjazik have successfully moved into 5, executing a clean overtake on Wayne Train 984, who is now fighting to reclaim that position. The battle for 5 continues to heat up, with Kokubinati and Dusjazik in their Maserati 450s, closely contesting with Wayne Train 94 in the Jaguar D-Type. In the meantime, the battle for P9 is unfolding between Elite 403, 1999 September, Feds, and Amy. Elite 403 and 1999 September, both piloting the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, are vying for position against Feds and Amy, who are also driving a Maserati 450s. The competition is tight as they jockey for an advantageous spot. AC1212 is now in 7, after successfully overtaking Rizaldi Adha from Team Quark Express. Meanwhile, Captain Potato has advanced to Penn by getting past Kamikaze 38. Following that, Kamikaze 38 has sipped back to Pelivan after being overtaken by Feds and Amy. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. Kazushuk and Maya have just executed a strong maneuver, overtaking 5 cars to secure position 13. The E4L3A is also making impressive strides, having passed 9 cars and now sits in position 16. Meanwhile, Electric Murray and Sir Ironbot have moved up 5 spots to take position 17. The race dynamics are definitely heating up with these strategic moves. Sabine 27 and Deplorably Apple have now taken the lead, moving into Pone after successfully overtaking Waintra 94. Meanwhile, Waintra 94 has regained some ground, moving up to P2 by overtaking Huggett 3 and Bloodblader 1 337. In the lower ranks, Butchizero has made a noticeable advancement to P22, overtaking both Nibit and Komodo 3. The race continues to be dynamic as positions shift rapidly. Kazushuk and Maya are currently pursuing Kamikaze 38, successfully reducing the gap by 10.5 seconds. The pressure is on for Kamikaze 38, as both Kazushuk and Maya demonstrate impressive speed and strategy. Kazushuk appears to be taking a more aggressive line through the turns, while Maya is maintaining a consistent pace. The dynamic between these 3 cars is intensifying as they navigate this section of the track. Rizaldi has successfully moved up to 7 after overtaking Issy 1212 from Team Also No Name Racing. The fight for Pate is heating up with Issy 1212, now engaged in a close battle with Feds and Amy. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38, Kazushuk and Maya are locked in a tight contest for P12, showcasing some intense racing dynamics in the midfield. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, BU94, have successfully moved up to P9, executing a notable overtake on Feds and Amy. Meanwhile, Cedric has advanced to P13, overtaking both Kazashuk and Maya in the process. The race is intensifying with these shifts in position. Koki Beninati and Just Jazik have successfully overtaken Bobardo, advancing to Pfawa. Feds and Amy have also made significant progress, moving into P9, after overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, EV of 94. Currently, Feds and Amy in their Maserati 450s are engaged in a battle with Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, EV 94, who are in a Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, vying for position. The competition for P9 is heated, as they jockey for better placement on the track. La Croissant 1980 is gaining on Nalga 77, reducing the gap by 3.2 seconds. The distance between them is now down to 8.5 seconds. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, Speedster 2021 has made a strong move, overtaking Turbo Turtle at turn 5. Turbo Turtle is now in 7th position. Up front, race leader Ed Riveron maintains a steady pace, with a comfortable 15-second lead over second place, drifting 22. The race continues to evolve as positions shift and strategies unfold. Bobardo has dropped back to P11 after struggling on the track, falling 7 positions. Kamikaze 38 is making significant progress, closing the gap to Bobardo by 10.7 seconds. In the battle for Pfawa, Koki Beninati and Just Jazik have successfully overtaken Duff Dad and Funny Shell Gaming, improving their standings in the race. Koki Beninati and Just Jazik have successfully moved up to P3, after overtaking Rantra 94. In the battle for Seven, Suzanne Greenberg in the Mercedes-Benz 300 Seller R is locked in a duel with Jonas the Div 94. Also in the Mercedes, while Issy 1212 in the Maserati 450s is applying pressure from behind. The dynamics among these three are quite intense as they jockey for position. Lombardo, in the Ferrari 250 Testarossa, has managed to inch ahead of Kamikaze 38 in the Mercedes-Benz 300 COR as they approach the hairpin. Whoa! Kamikaze 38 is not backing down, looking for an inside line. They're side by side now heading into the turn. Lombardo holds the position, but Kamikaze 38 is maintaining pressure on the exit. As they accelerate onto the straight, Kamikaze 38 takes a late braking approach and pulls alongside again. It's a neck-and-neck situation down the straight. Lombardo retains the edge with a swift maneuver, keeping P11 for now. The battle for that position is heating up significantly. Rizaldi Ada has dropped significantly, now in P26 after losing 21 positions. Meanwhile, Ranger 94 has made a strong move up to P3, successfully overtaking both Koki Binati and Justjazi. Isuman 12 in 212 is also on the rise, advancing to 6 after overtaking Feds and myself. The race dynamics are shifting quickly. Currently, Greningeb is holding the 21st position, closely followed by Wasirius Guy and Nukambokong, who are in a fierce battle for that spot. Wasirius Guy makes a move on the inside, attempting to overtake Greningeb. It's a tight squeeze. Meanwhile, Nukambokong is right on their tail, waiting for an opportunity to capitalize on any misstep. The three cars are incredibly close as they head into the next turn, with all drivers showing impressive control. Wasirius Guy successfully completes the overtake and moves into P21, while Greningeb must defend against Nukambokong, who is now just milliseconds behind. The dynamics in this section of the track are heating up. Wuchizero is now in 19th position after successfully overtaking Greningeb. Meanwhile, Greningeb has improved to 20th, having passed both New Texum and Violon of Garden. The race is tightening up as drivers are making strategic moves throughout the pack. Naiba and Komodo 3 have advanced to P21, executing a successful overtake on Famaka and Castle Rat. As a result, Famaka and Castle Rat drop back to P22 after being overtaken by them. Meanwhile, Lord of the Jungle from Team No Name Racing has improved to P23, successfully passing both New Texum and Violin of Garden. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues. Feds and Amy has now secured 5 after successfully overtaking Issy 1212. In response, Issy 1212 has climbed to 6 by overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Thieven 94, who have dropped to 7. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Thieven 94 have also made a move up, overtaking N29 Kia, now placing them in 7. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues. Sabine 27 and Deplorably Apple have now taken the lead, overtaking Huggard 3 and Bloodbladeon 3037, to secure positions pole. Meanwhile, Naibeng Komodo 3 have advanced to P20 by passing both Famaka and Castle Rat. Did Datsu. What and Didi. In contrast, Famaka and Castle Rat have now moved to P21, having overtaken Lord of the Jungle. The race dynamics continue to shift as these positions change. Issy 1212 has executed a successful double overtake on Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Lee of 94, advancing to 6 to Iskasi. The maneuver was precise, showcasing excellent timing and line choice. Now in 6, Issy appears to be maintaining a strong pace as they push forward. Meanwhile, Suzanne and Jonas will need to regroup quickly to defend their positions. Famaka and Castle Rat have successfully moved into P21, after executing a clean overtake on Lord of the Jungle. The maneuver showcased precise timing and optimal speed, allowing them to gain that crucial position. No other significant changes in the top positions at this moment. Tenka Mainin 704 has successfully advanced to position 12, executing overtakes on both Kadishuk and Maya. Kachal. I'll old Suus Katsitisuk and Maya. Meanwhile, Lord of the Jungle has gained ground, now in position 21 after passing Famaka and Castle Rat. The field is tightening up as drivers push for better placements. Famaka and Castle Rat have successfully moved up to P21, after executing a clean overtake on Lord of the Jungle. The maneuver was well timed, showcasing their strategic driving skills. Greninyeb has successfully moved up to P18 after executing a clean overtake on Bukazero. The maneuver was precise, showcasing Greninyeb's strong acceleration out of the last corner. Meanwhile, Bukazero will need to regroup and look for opportunities to regain that position as they continue through the lap. Cedric has successfully moved into P10 after overtaking Tenkamin in 704, who is now in P11. Tenkamin in 704 made a quick move to reclaim P11 by overtaking Kamikaze 38. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38, in the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, is engaged in a close battle with Nalga 77, who is driving the Maserati 450s for P12. The competition is heating up in the midfield as these positions continue to shift. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas VV94 have both made remarkable moves, overtaking 4 cars each to secure positions P3 and 4 respectively. Meanwhile, N29 Kia is also gaining momentum, matching that effort with another set of 4 overtakes to claim foul. In the front, Wazirius Guy and Nukambo Kane are closing in on Lord of the Jungle, reducing the gap by 7.5 seconds, indicating a potential battle for position soon. The dynamic of the race continues to evolve rapidly. Renning Jeb has successfully overtaken 4 cars, advancing to P14. Famaka and Castle Rat are also making significant progress, each overtaking 5 cars to claim 16. Lord of the Jungle continues to gain ground, moving up to P18 after overtaking 4 cars as well. The midfield is becoming increasingly competitive. N29 Kia has now secured 3rd place after successfully overtaking both Suzanne Greenbeck and Jonas VV94 in a strategic move. The battle for position is intensifying as they continue to push their limits on the track. Meanwhile, the leaders maintain a steady pace, creating a gap behind N29 Kia as the race progresses. Wonzirius Guy and Nukambo Ken have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Bujuzar by 75.7 seconds. They are clearly gaining momentum as they approach the Quark Express driver. The dynamics between these 3 cars are intensifying, with overtaking possibilities looming ahead. Keep an eye on them as they continue to jockey for position. N29 Kia has significantly reduced the gap to Wayne Train 94 by 2.9 seconds, now trailing just behind in 4th position. The pace is increasing as N29 Kia appears to have found a rhythm, while Wayne Train 94 continues to defend their position. The battle for 4th is heating up as they head into the next turn. Wayne Train 94 is making significant progress, narrowing the gap to Hug 3. and Bloodbladion 1337 by 12.7 seconds. This could set the stage for a potential overtake if this momentum continues. The race dynamics are shifting as Wayne 94 intensifies the pursuit. Goodwood 3 and Bloodbladion 1337 have significantly reduced the gap to N29 Kia, now only trailing by 24.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Goodwood has made a notable move, advancing to power after successfully overtaking both Kokubinanity and Jasjazik. The race dynamics are shifting as we see these positions change. Greninja has just made a move to P12, overtaking Kazushuk and Maya. However, Kazushuk and Maya are not backing down, as they have closed the gap to Greninja by 15 seconds. The dynamic between these three drivers is intensifying as they jostle for position on the track. Naibe and Komodo 3 are making significant progress, consistently narrowing the gap to 7 at 27 and deplorably Apple. The distance has closed by 572.7 seconds in recent moments. Meanwhile, Sabine 27 and deplorably Apple remain in their positions, but they will need to defend against the advancing duo. The race dynamics are shifting as Naibe and Komodo 3 intensify their pursuit. The gentleman has advanced to Pate after successfully overtaking Issy 12-12. Meanwhile, Issy 12-12 has made a strong comeback, moving up to P9 by overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Thieves 94. As a result, Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Thieves 94 have dropped to 10 after being overtaken by Greninja B.T. The positions are shifting rapidly as the drivers continue to battle for optimal placements. As we continue with the race, Goodwood 3 and Bloodbladion 1337 have successfully moved into P2 after overtaking Kokubinanity and Jasjazik. This shift indicates a strong strategy from Goodwood 3 and Bloodbladion 37 as they push for the front. Meanwhile, Kokubinanity and Jasjazik have not lost momentum. They've now taken P3 by overtaking N29 Kiat. The dynamics in the top positions are heating up as the drivers jockey for optimal placement. Greninja has successfully moved into Pen, executing a clean overtake on Tankomanin 704. In response, Tankomanin 704 has advanced to P11 after overtaking Anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Chacho. Meanwhile, Kanaga 77 has gained ground, now in 17 after passing Lord of the Jungle. Wayne Train 94 is gaining momentum, reducing the gap to Huggard 3 and Bloodbladion 1337 by 6.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Koki Benenedy and Just Jazik are also making significant progress, closing in on Wayne Train 94 by 46.1 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as Wayne Train 94 continues to push forward, maintaining pressure on the two leaders ahead. Currently, Greninja has experienced a setback, dropping 7 positions to 16. Meanwhile, Tenkamin 704 has made a notable move, advancing to P9 after successfully overtaking both Anonymous 93 and DJ Kishuk. In response, Anonymous 93 and DJ Tikachuk have also gained ground, now occupying Tin after overtaking Kamikaze 38 from Team Wangan Midnight Runners. Naiba and Komodo 3 are currently in the lead, but Famaka and Castle Rat are gaining momentum. The gap has narrowed by 4.4 seconds, indicating a potential challenge ahead. As they approach the next turn, it'll be crucial to see if Famaka and Castle Rat can maintain this pace and make an overtaking attempt. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is trailing behind as they strategize for their own moves. Cigarette from Team Live for Speed has significantly closed the gap to Famaka and Castle Rat, now trailing by just 40.4 seconds. Lacroson 1980 has made a notable advancement, moving up to P12 after successfully overtaking Kazashuk and Maya Doji. Meanwhile, Kanaga 77 is also gaining on Kazashuk and Maya, reducing the distance by 2.9 seconds as he aims for an overtaking opportunity. Currently, Anonymous 93 and DJ Takshuk have successfully moved into P9 after overtaking Tenkamin 704. The maneuver was clean and efficient, showcasing their strategic driving. The race continues to unfold as the competitors jostle for position. Cedric has successfully moved into P20, executing a clean overtake on Green Gem from Team Also No Name Racing. Passing Dikamish del Nostro Wall. The maneuver was precise, showcasing good timing and positioning. The race continues to develop as drivers jockey for position further up at the grid. Wunzirius Guy and Nukembokum have successfully moved up to P21 after executing a clean overtaking maneuver on Groningen. This advancement shows their strategic driving skills as they continue to push through the pack. Range 94 has made a significant move and has taken the lead, now in pole. This overtook Hugger 3, who was previously in the top spot, and Bloodbladion 1337 has also lost position in the process. The dynamics of the race are shifting as the pack tightens behind them. Kamikaze 38 has successfully moved into pen, executing a clean overtake on both Anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Totchup. This places Kamikaze 38 in a strong position within the top 10 as the race continues. The battle for positioning remains intense with several cars closely contesting their ranks. Naiba and Komodo 3 have successfully moved up to 16, after overtaking Bukit Zero from Team Quark Express. The battle for 16 is heating up as Naiba and Komodo 3 continue to press their advantage, while Bukit Zero looks to reclaim the position. The dynamics between these three cars are intensifying as they navigate the track. Temka Mainin 704 has advanced to Pate after successfully overtaking both Anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Tikachu. Following that maneuver, Anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Tikuk have regrouped and moved up to P9, managing to overtake Bobardo in the process. The positions are tightening as the race progresses. Lacroixon 1980 in the Maserati 450s is currently defending P11 against both Kazashok and Maya, who are in the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. The battle is intense as they jostle for position. Meanwhile, the gentleman has successfully overtaken Bobardo from Team Blast, moving up to 13. Pamaka and Castle Rat have successfully moved up to Paid Team, executing a clean overtake on Bobardo. This positions them better in the race as they continue to push forward. The pace is picking up, and we'll see if they can maintain this momentum. Cedric has significantly reduced the gap to Barbato, now down to 546.7 seconds. The pace is picking up as Cedric continues to apply pressure. Meanwhile, the other cars are maintaining their positions, with no major overtakes observed in the last few moments. The race dynamics are shifting as Cedric's strategy appears to be focused on catching Barbato. Wingzerius Guy and Nukenbakum have both advanced to P20 after successfully overtaking Barbato. The maneuver was clean, demonstrating good strategy and timing as they both executed the overtake on the main straight. This has positioned them well as they continue to push forward in the race. Issy 1212 has just executed a clean overtake on both Feds and Amy, moving up to power. This advancement shows strong control and speed as they maneuver through the corners. Feds now sits in 5, while Amy drops back to 6. The competition is heating up as cars jockey for position further down the grid. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Lieber 94 have made a significant move, advancing to C7 after successfully overtaking Temkaminen 7 half-ball. This shift in positions highlights their strategic driving and race pace as they continue to push forward. The battle for positions remains intense as the race progresses. Feds and Amy have successfully moved up to P3, overtaking Koki Baininity and Just Jazik. The battle for P3 is heating up as Feds and Amy are now in a close contest with Koki Bainiti and Just Jazik. They're jockeying for position, making for an exciting dynamic as they push through the corners. The pace is intense as they all vie for that podium spot. Waintra 94 is actively gaining on Haggard 3 and Bloodblade Ion, 1337, reducing the gap to 3.9 seconds. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, BY 94, have successfully moved into 6th after overtaking Tenkamin 704. Meanwhile, Tenkaminen 704 has retaliated, advancing to Safayan by getting past Anonymous Ninity 3 and Dishjaitit Topta. Naibe and Komodo 3 have significantly reduced the gap to Koki Bananity and Just Jazik by 58.8 seconds. The dynamic between these four cars is tight as Naibe and Komodo 3 push forward, gaining ground on their competitors. Current positions are as follows: Koki Bananity and Just Jazik leading, with Naibe and Komodo 3 in pursuit. The race pace is intensifying as they approach a crucial section of the track. Currently, N29 Kia is in a tight battle for P3 in the Ferrari 250 Testarossa against Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Vigo 94, both in the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. This is a high-stakes fight with all three cars keeping close proximity as they navigate the track. Cam Kameng in 704 has made a significant move, advancing to 5 after successfully overtaking an anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Takachuk Gottes. This shift has pushed anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Taka down to 6. But they have responded quickly, overtaking Kamikaze 38 from Team Wangan Midnight Runners to reclaim some ground. The dynamics are shifting rapidly as positions continue to change. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, Viv 94, have successfully advanced to P3, executing a precise overtake on N29TA from also known name racing. 1. Anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Tkachuk have climbed to 5, overtaking Kamikaze 38 from Wangan Midnight Runners. In response, Kamikaze 38 retakes 6, passing both Feds Annie in a strategic move. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly as positions continue to change. ISI 1212 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Kamikaze 38 by 6.4 seconds. Meanwhile, La Croissant 1980 and Naga 77 are engaged in a tight battle for the 12th position. The competition is heating up as these cars jockey for better placement on the track. Uchizero is gaining on Naibe and Komodo 3, reducing the gap by 29.8 seconds. Feds and Amy have advanced to 6 after successfully overtaking Kazishuk and Maya Dato. Meanwhile, La Croissant 1980 and Naga 77 are locked in a tight battle for P12, indicating an intense competition for positions further back in the field. Sidrek is gaining ground on Bocchesero, reducing the gap by 44.7 seconds. The pace of Sidrek indicates an aggressive strategy, likely looking to overtake soon. Meanwhile, the rest of the field maintains their positions, with no significant changes noted. Greninjep has successfully moved up to P20, executing an impressive overtaking maneuver on both Kokibinati and Just Jezik. The positioning of the cars indicates a strategic use of the racing line, giving Greninjep the edge needed for the overtake. The battle for positions continues as they now navigate through the midfield. Laquasson 1980 and Nalga 77 are currently engaged in a tight battle for P12 Dortway. Laquasson 1980 is attempting to defend his position as Nalga 77 looks for an opportunity to overtake. They are trading paint going into the next corner, with Nalga 77 showing slight advantage on the inside line. Meanwhile, it appears Nalga 77 has managed to pull alongside Laquasson 1980 as they exit the turn, setting up for a potential overtake down the straight. This is a critical moment for both drivers. Ten coming in 704 is now just 2.3 seconds behind the gentleman, steadily decreasing the distance. The pacing suggests Tenkamenu 704 is pushing hard to catch up. Meanwhile, we have a battle for third place as Speed Demont 102 is closely tailing Apex Racer, separated by only half a second. It's getting tight in the mid-pack with several cars jockeying for position. In the back, Racerx is attempting an overtake on Turborace but has yet to secure the move. The dynamics of this race are shifting rapidly. Welcome back, Shipbroman. Buckle up, we're racing AI cars today. Checkered flag, let's see if they can drive better than we do. Grinning face with smiling eyes. Knalga 77 has successfully advanced to P11 after executing an overtake on Tunkaman 704. Meanwhile, Lord of the Jungle has also made progress, moving up to P13 by overtaking Lacrowan 1980. The race remains competitive as positions shift among the drivers. Knalga 77 has significantly reduced the gap to the gentleman, now just 5.2 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Naibe and Komodo 3 have successfully moved up to position 15 after overtaking Ken Kaminen 704. The race continues with these dynamics shifting the leaderboard. Wayne Trinity 4 has made significant progress, cutting the gap to Huggard 3 and Bloodbladion 1337 down to 25.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 has successfully overtaken Ision 1212, advancing to position 8. The race dynamics are shifting as Wayne Trinity 4 gains momentum. N29 Kia has significantly reduced the gap to Hug 3 and Bloodbladion 337 by 4.6 seconds, indicating a strong performance as they close in on the leaders. Anonymous Ninity 3 and DJ Darchuk have made an impressive move into Flower, successfully overtaking Feds and Amy, who have now settled into 5. Feds and Amy managed to push past Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Vive 94 earlier, showing they still have competitive pace despite the recent changes in position. The race dynamics continue to evolve as drivers jockey for positions. Knalga 77 is now in pen after successfully overtaking both Kazushuk and Maya.Ochi. Lord of the Jungle is gaining ground, reducing the gap to Kazushuk and Maya by 2.1 seconds as they approach the next corner. Kamikaze 38, in the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, is currently applying pressure on Issy 1212, who is in the Maserati 450s. They are engaged in a close battle for 6th position. Kamikaze 38 has gained ground on the straights, utilizing the SLR's aerodynamic advantage. As they approach a tight corner, Issy 1212 defends the inside line. Kamikaze 38 attempts an outside maneuver, but Issy maintains control. The gap remains minimal as they exit the corner, with both cars still neck and neck heading into the next stretch. Anonymous Ninity 3 said, "Hey Amy, what spot did I start in? Do you know?" "Hey, Anonymous Ninity 3. You started in P25. Looks like you're making your way up the leaderboard. Keep pushing those laps." Automobile dashing away. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Life 94 have made significant progress, moving up to 7 after successfully overtaking Kamikaze 38. Meanwhile, Grenadjet from Team Also No Name Racing has advanced to P19 by passing Tenkamin 704. The race dynamics are shifting as these competitors find their pace. La Courson 1980 has significantly reduced the gap to Kamikaze 38, now down to 41.1 seconds. Feds and Amy have successfully moved up to Power after overtaking Anonymous 93 and DJ Tipcut. The race dynamics are shifting as these positions change rapidly. Issy 1212 is gaining on Feds and Amy, reducing the gap by 4 seconds. Feds and Amy are currently battling for third place, while Issy 1212 is pushing hard to catch them. The current positions are Feds in third, Amy in fourth, and Issy 1212 in fifth. Overtakes could happen soon if Issy maintains this pace. Grenadjet from Team Also No Name Racing has made significant progress, closing the gap to Azirius Guy and Lukembokan by 410.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Nalga 77 has successfully moved into 9th position after overtaking both Kazishuk and Maya. The dynamics are shifting as Grenadjet continues to chase down the leaders. N29 Kia has significantly closed the gap to Feds and Amy, now trailing by only 7.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Issy 1212 is making strides towards N29 Kia, reducing their deficit by 40.8 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as N29 Kia continues to put pressure on Feds and Amy. Hageg 3 and Blood Bladion 1337 have successfully taken the lead, moving into Pone after overtaking Wangtra 94. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 has made a notable advancement to Polygon, overtaking La Croix 1980. In a separate battle, La Croissant 1980 has also gained ground, moving up to P12 by overtaking Lord of the Jungle. The race is tightening up as positions shift rapidly. Naive and Komodo 3 are rapidly closing in on Lord of the Jungle, reducing the gap to 42 seconds. N29 Kia has successfully moved into power after overtaking Issy 1212. Meanwhile, Issy 1212 has also advanced to 5 by overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Thevon 94. The race dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change. Runzerius Guy and Nukembakken are making significant progress as they close in on Greninjib, reducing the gap by 75.3 seconds. The competition is tightening up as they push for position. The race dynamics are shifting as these two drivers ramp up their efforts to overtake Greninja. Clover 77 has made a significant move, now, in Pate after overtaking both Kazushuk and Maya. Meanwhile, Kazushuk and Maya have managed to advance to P9 by overtaking the gentleman. The positions are tightening as the race continues. Lacroixan 1980 has successfully moved into P11, executing a clean overtake on the gentleman. The maneuver was precise, showcasing excellent control and timing. The dynamics in the mid-pack continue to shift as drivers jockey for position. Lord of the Jungle is now in P13 after successfully overtaking both Naibe and Komodo 3. Meanwhile, Naibe and Komodo 3 have made a combined effort to move up to 13, overtaking Famaka and Castle Rat in the process. The dynamics are shifting as positions change rapidly among these drivers. Anonymous Unity 3 and DJ Chukchuk have significantly reduced the distance to Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, Beaver 94, now just 2.4 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Lord of the Jungle from Team No Name Racing is also making strides, cutting the gap to the gentleman by 4.6 seconds. The competition is tightening up as we see these positioning changes unfold on the track. Sadrak is now just 2.2 seconds behind Famaka and Castle Rat, making significant progress in closing that gap. The battle for position is heating up as they approach a tight corner. Sadrak is showing strong acceleration out of the turn, maintaining a steady line. Famaka and Castle Rat are still holding their positions, but Sadrak's consistent pace suggests an overtaking maneuver could be imminent. Lacroixan 1980 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Kamikaze 38 by 5.8 seconds. The distance between them is narrowing as Lacroixan 1980 maintains a consistent pace, while Kamikaze 38 appears to be holding steady. No overtakes have occurred in this segment, but but the pressure is building as La Croissant 1980 continues to gain on the leader. N29 Kia from Team, also known Name Racing, has successfully moved up to P3 after overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Vive 94. In response, Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Vive 94 have advanced up power by overtaking Anonymous 93 and DJ Tachuk. Following that, Anonymous 93 and DJ Tkachuk have climbed to 5 after getting past Feds and Amy, who are now in 6. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. La Croissant 1980 has gained a position, now sitting in P9 after successfully overtaking Kamikaze 38 from Team Wangan Midnight Runners. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 has also made an advancement, moving up to Pen by overtaking Naga 77. In another shift, Naibi and Komodo 3 have both moved up to P13 after overtaking Buchizero from Team Quark Express. The race continues to see dynamic shifts in positions as drivers strategize their moves. Hey Camelog 15. Welcome back to the stream. Party Popper, the AI racers have missed you. Buckle up and get ready for some high-speed fun. Racing car dashing away. Wayne Trinity 4 has significantly reduced the gap to Hug 3 and Blood Bladion 1337, now sitting just 2.3 seconds behind. The battle for position is heating up as they navigate through the tight corners. Hugad 3 appears to be struggling with tire grip, which could provide an opening for Wayne Trinity 4 in the next few laps. Blood Bladion 1337 is maintaining pace, but will need to keep an eye on both behind and ahead. Mama Hasta said, "Hey amigo, what's the fact of the day?" Hey there. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that the fastest recorded speed of a racing car is 277.9 mph? That's super fast, and it makes our AI cars look like they're standing still. Keep those engines revving. Automobile. Dashing away. Hey Mama Hasta. Welcome back to the race. Party Popper, we've missed your lovely vibes. Buckle up as we watch these AI speed demons go full throttle. Automobile dashing away. Nukem is rapidly closing in on Greninja from also No Name Racing, reducing the gap to 43.9 seconds. Issy 1212 has successfully overtaken both Kazushok and Maya, advancing to 7. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 has made a move into P9 after getting past Nalga 77. Mama Hasta said, "Hey Amy, I wonder if you have to tell me the fact of the day?" "Of course. Did you know that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance? How fabulous is that? Just like our race here, full of flair and excitement. Flamingos sparkling hot." Naiba and Komodo 3 have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Famaka and Castle Rat by 8.6 seconds. Bujizero is also on the move, narrowing the distance to Naibi and Komodo 3 by 41.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Kazushok and Maya are catching up to Issy 1212, closing that gap by 4.1 seconds. The race is becoming more competitive as positions shift among the drivers. Mama Hasta said, "Hey Amy Flamboyanges." "Hey there Mama Hasta. Love the flamboyance. How's it going? Ready to cheer on your favorite racers? Racing cost sparkles." Kazushok and Maya are gaining on Issy 1212, reducing the distance to just 4.7 seconds now. This shift indicates a potential battle for position as they continue to close in. The dynamics between these three cars could intensify shortly if they maintain this pace. Cedric has significantly closed the gap on Bujizero, reducing it to 2.3 seconds. The AI-driven car's aggressive acceleration and optimized cornering appear to be paying off. Meanwhile, behind them, we see a battle for third place as Zorak is attempting to overtake Vex, currently about half a second apart. The dynamics are shifting as Cedric continues to gain momentum. Greninja from team also No Name Racing is significantly reducing the gap to the gentleman. now down to 455 seconds. The pace is picking up as Grenadier accelerates through the corners. Meanwhile, the gentleman maintains a steady speed, but will need to find some additional pace to fend off Grenadier's approach. The dynamics between these two are crucial as they navigate the track. Kamikaze 38 has significantly reduced the gap to Kazushuk and Maya, now just 2.1 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Kazushuk maintains a steady pace, while Maya is holding her position in front. The battle for the lead is intensifying as Kamikaze 38 continues to gain ground. No overtakes yet, but with the current momentum, it could happen soon. Rizaldi Eda has successfully moved up to P23, executing an impressive overtake on both Sabin at 27 and Deplorable Apple in the last moments. The maneuver was clean and strategic, showcasing strong racing skills as they navigated through the field. Kazushuk and Maya have successfully reduced the gap to ISI 1212 by 2 seconds, positioning themselves for a potential overtake. They're gaining momentum as they navigate the corners effectively. Meanwhile, ISI 1212 is maintaining a steady pace, but may need to respond quickly to fend off their challenge. The race dynamics are shifting as we approach a critical phase. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, Guffin 94 have successfully moved into P3, after overtaking N2090 Kadukdal. This change in position indicates a strategic maneuver, likely involving a late braking point, or utilizing superior acceleration out of a corner. The race dynamics continue to evolve as the competitors push for better placements. La Croissant 1980 has made a significant move, reducing the gap to Lord of the Jungle by 4.6 seconds. The AI-driven cars are now entering the final sector, where tight corners could favor a potential overtake. Meanwhile, Following closely behind, Speedster 3000 has managed to maintain its position, but is not losing sight of the top two. The dynamic between these three is intensifying as they approach the finishing straight. ISI 1212 has made a significant move, overtaking 4 cars and advancing to power. This includes successful passes on Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas, Vidov 94. Meanwhile, Butchazero is gaining ground on Naibe and Komodo 3, reducing the gap by 2.7 seconds. The dynamics in the midfield are intensifying as these positions continue to shift. Famaka and Castlerat are gaining on ISI 1212, reducing the gap by 584.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Feds and Amy are making a strong push, closing in on Anonymous Nanady 3 and DJ Touchut with a 3.5 second reduction. In a notable move, Kazushuk and Maya have advanced to P7 after successfully overtaking Kamikaze 38. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas 594 have significantly reduced the gap to N29 Kia, from Team Also Known Name Racing, now trailing by just 5.8 seconds. The dynamic between these three cars is intensifying as they navigate through the track. Greenberg and the V94 are maintaining a strong pace, indicating they may attempt an overtaking maneuver soon if this momentum continues. Meanwhile, N29 Kia is likely aware of the pressure building behind them, and may need to adjust their strategy to maintain their position. Wayne 94 has taken the lead, moving up to Pone after successfully overtaking Huggard 3 and Bloodbladion 37. Kamikaze 38 is now in 7, following an overtake on Nalga 77. In the meantime, Nalga 77 has gained a position, moving up to Pate by overtaking both Kazushuk and Maya. The positions are shifting quickly as the race continues. La Croissant 1980 has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Kazushuk and Maya by 4.3 seconds. The positioning now shows La Croissant 1980 closely trailing Kazushuk in 3rd place, while Maya holds on to the 2nd position. The race dynamics are shifting as we approach the next corner, with overtaking opportunities looming. Kazushuk and Maya are now just 4.5 seconds behind Naga 77, after closing the gap by 2 seconds in the last segment. They seem to be working in tandem, drafting effectively to maximize their speed. Meanwhile, Kanaga 77 is maintaining a steady pace, but will need to up their game to fend off this challenge. The dynamics among these three cars are becoming increasingly competitive. Anonymous 93 and DJ Tukuk are making significant progress, narrowing the distance to N29 Kia by 2.4 seconds. The current positions show N29 Kia in third place, while Anonymous 93 and DJ Tukuk are closing in on fourth. The race dynamics are shifting as the duo intensifies their pursuit. As they approach the next turn, it will be interesting to see if they make any overtaking attempts. Noga 77 has successfully overtaken Kamikaze 38, moving up to 7. The maneuver was clean, utilizing the inside line as they approached the final turn. Kamikaze 38 is now in pit, adjusting strategy to regain the position. Katsushuk and Maya have successfully moved into pit after overtaking Le Croissant 1980. Le Croissant 1980 has now dropped to P9, having been overtaken by them, while Le Croissant 1980 managed a brief overtake on Lord of the Jungle, who is now in 10. Lord of the Jungle gained position by overtaking Kamikaze 38, currently in P11. The positions are shifting quickly as the race continues. As the race continues, Anonymous 93 and DJ Tukuk are making significant progress, reducing the gap to N29 Ikie by 3.8 seconds. Their pace indicates a potential overtake in the coming laps if they maintain this momentum. Meanwhile, N29 Ikie will need to respond quickly to defend their position. The dynamics of the race are shifting rapidly with these developments. Buchitero has successfully moved up to 14 after executing an overtaking maneuver on both Naibe and Komodo 3. This marks a significant advancement in position within the race. Meanwhile, the rest of the field maintains their positions as they navigate through the track. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas Viva 94 have successfully moved up to 5, executing clean overtakes on Feds and Amy. This shift in positions brings a new dynamic to the race, as they now aim to close the gap to the top four. The battle for 5 intensified just moments ago, showcasing their strategic driving and quick decision-making. N29 Kia, from team also No Name Racing, has significantly reduced the gap to Goodwood 3 and Blade on 13:37, now trailing them by just 24.7 seconds. This indicates a strong pace from N29 Kia as they push forward in the race. Meanwhile, the positions remain tightly contested, with Goodwood 3 and Blade on 1337 holding steady. The dynamics are heating up as N29 Kia continues to close in. Suzanne Greenberg and Jonas E94 have made significant progress, reducing the gap to N29 Kia by 41.7 seconds. Their pace indicates they are strategically positioning themselves for a potential overtaking maneuver. Meanwhile, N29 Kia's current speed will be critical in defending against this challenge. The race dynamics are shifting as the front-runners continue to push their limits. Anonymous in T3 and DJ Tkachuk have successfully moved into P2, making a strategic overtake on Wayne 94. Meanwhile, Kazushuk and Maya have also made progress, advancing to 7 by overtaking Lacroix 1980. In response, Lacroix 1980 has regained some ground, moving back up to pace after overtaking Kamikaze 38. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues to unfold. Famaka and Castle Rat have significantly reduced the gap to Lord of the Jungle, now only trailing by 40.6 seconds. The two cars are working together effectively as they close in on the leader from Team No Name Racing. The dynamics of their strategy appear to be paying off as they push for an overtake. Wayne 24 has made a significant move, advancing to P2 after successfully overtaking both Anonymous 93 and DJ Tkachuk in a well-timed maneuver. The battle for positions continues to heat up as the race progresses. N29 Kia has successfully moved into P3 after overtaking both Anonymous 93 and DJ Tkachuk in a well-timed maneuver. Meanwhile, Feds and Amy are gaining ground on Anonymous 93 and DJ Tkachuk, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as positions become more competitive. Kamikaze 38 has successfully overtaken Lacrosse 1 1980, advancing to position 8. This move signifies a strong performance from Kamikaze 88 as they navigate the track effectively. Meanwhile, Lacrosse 1980 remains in position 9, maintaining pace but unable to counter the overtake at this moment. The dynamics in the mid-pack are intensifying as drivers jockey for position. Lord of the Jungle has made significant progress, narrowing the gap to Lacrosse 1980 by 40.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Feds and Amy have successfully moved into Bauer after overtaking Anonymous 93 and DJ Tokochuk Dupsadi. The race dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change. Buccizzero has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Naibi and Komodo 3 by 35.2 seconds. As a result, Buccizzero is now in strong contention for a potential overtake. The distance between them is closing rapidly, and we could see some action soon if this pace continues. Naiba and Komodo 3 will need to maintain their current speed to fend off the challenge from Buccizzero. Zadrak has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Buccizzero by 3.2 seconds. Buccizzero currently holds position, but Zadrak's momentum indicates a potential overtake in the near future. The race dynamics are shifting as Zadrak continues to push forward. Meanwhile, other cars remain in their positions, maintaining a steady pace. Let's keep an eye on how this develops. Naibe and Komodo 3 have significantly closed the gap to Famaka and Castlerat, reducing the distance by 37.8 seconds. The dynamics between these four drivers are heating up as they engage in a tactical battle for position. Naibe and Komodo 3 appear to be gaining momentum, setting themselves up for a potential overtaking maneuver in the upcoming laps. The race continues to evolve with these contenders at the forefront. Zadrak has successfully reduced the gap to Buccizzero by 250 seconds. indicating a strong push and pace. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining their positions, with no significant changes in the top 5. The dynamic between Cedric and Butcher Zero is becoming a focal point as they approach the next corner. Haha. Looks like we're all in the aerosig mood. Love the enthusiasm. What's your favorite part of this race? Checkered flag.